Providing water for London is no mean feat. Over 6 million people get through an awful lot of it. In fact, an average of 2,000 million litres every day. And not many people know that rainy London only gets half as much rain as Sydney and less than sun-drenched cities like Rome and Dallas. During longer dry periods, there may not be enough water to supply all of Thames Water's customers. And the continued population growth and climate change is just making the situation worse. London running dry is not an option, and despite reducing leakage, installing water meters and educating customers to use water wisely, it just isn't enough.
So what's Thames Water's solution? It's to find a brand new supply of water for London from an old source, the tidal River Thames. This part of the river is supplied by the ocean and it will never run out.
Thames Water's brand new Gateway Water Treatment Works in Beckton, East London, has been built to provide the capital with the extra water it needs, quickly, efficiently and sustainably. The £270 million works, powered by renewable energy, takes water from the tidal Thames and turns it into drinking water using a very high-tech process. It's the first time this system has been used in mainland UK and relies on tried and tested technologies used in many other parts of the world.
But how does it actually work? Well, it's not rocket science, it's just a simple process called reverse osmosis, which basically removes any impurities and salt. But first, the water has to be taken out of the Thames during the last 3 hours of the outgoing tide when it's least salty.
2 giant pipes then pump the water into storage tanks.
Up to 180 million litres of water are stored in these storage tanks behind me, and it's all stirred up to make sure there's an even mix of salt. And then we come here. This is where all the cleaning and filtering processes happen, just like in Thames Water's other treatment works. Another part of the filtration process happens in this giant stainless steel container. The water's pumped through a bed of sand to make sure it's as clean as it possibly can be. But one of these is not enough. They've got 17.
The water's then pumped into the main section of the works. And it's here, at the heart of this treatment works, where this really clever process of reverse osmosis occurs. Behind me are hundreds of tubes, and inside those tubes are thousands of these things called membranes, and it's those that take the salt out. Then, under high pressure, it's forced through 7 very fine spiral-bound membranes to remove the salt. The membranes are stored in vessels which, if laid out flat, would equal the same size as 54 football pitches. The water goes through this process 4 times, which means 85% of what's taken from the river can be turned into drinking water. In fact, the water is so pure that minerals like calcium are added to it to make it taste like the water we're used to. And it works so well that in tests, most customers couldn't actually tell the difference. The new works can produce 150 million litres a day. That's enough for 1 million people. Thames Water won't need to use the works every day, but it will be ready to go when it's needed. And when the next drought arrives, this state-of-the-art facility means London will always be prepared. So, in less than 24 hours, we've taken water from the tidal river, and now it's ready to be pumped straight to thousands of Thames Water customers.